Taro. We are unplugged and totally uncut with actor, comedian, television star, and marriage warrior, Jim Breuer.
Good morning, Jim Breuer. How are you?
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm getting all hopped up to come your way.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Have you ever been to Charlotte before?
If I did, I don't remember it.
Well, if you were watching Monday Night Football last night, there's got to be that burning desire that you got to come here and hang out with the Panthers because we beat those Patriots last night.
Oh, that's the greatest morning news I've ever. I hate the Patriots. God, I hate them.
Man, you've got
I don't think I hate any other team worse. I really don't.
Oh, it's time for
all sports.
It's time for Tom Brady to go away. Time for him to go away.
Oh, no. You know what? I like that he's around, and I like every year he's the god, and then he goes to Super Bowl, and he just gets mutilated. I love it. Tom Brady of the Patriots, again, undefeated for 17 straight games. And, they lose the Super Bowl. Who saw that coming? I hate them. Good. So I'm glad they lost.
Hey, do you ever wake up when you're about ready to do one of these morning radio interviews and go, oh, God, I got to talk to a stupid disc jockey that thinks he's going to be funnier than me? How do you deal with that stuff?
No. I always check. This is when it's almost like going in a neighborhood. Now, the first thing I did before I called here, I saw. This is what I saw. I'm reading a thing, and it says, anytime it says rock or classic rock, I immediately go, all right, we're safe. I'm all right. We hang out and do the same things. I don't know. It's usually the top 40. Like, hey, Jim, you want to be part of our Snapcrackle Johnny Dude contest? We got a great thing for that. Okay, here's the thing. Are you ready? We got this great game show. Name the following animal. It's got 2 horns. It's got a hoof. And it's not a monkey. A goat. Oh, we totally get that footage. It used to be goat points. I don't know. Damn, tell me, what was that like? Okay, we can see. But who's the worst guy you've ever met? Those guys that drive me nuts.
Yeah, but I see that you're a marriage warrior. That's the one superhero I've never seen at the Forbidden Planet in New York City.
You know what? I missed all these things once I moved from New York City. If you saw the way I am suburban as they get. I'm in the middle of the woods. I have bear in my yard. I have deer. I have bucks chasing doe. I'm a woods guy. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I only bop into the city when I have to. And so the answer is no, I haven't been there. At the end of the day, I haven't been there. I grew up in all that, and I thought I'd never leave it. And now that I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I find myself, the older I get, the more and more I want to be out even further in the middle of nowhere. And every time I'm around people, I'm like, look at all these people. I don't even know what they're doing in life. What do you want? Remember Twisted Sister video?
Oh, yeah.
I was the kid. Now I'm the dad. What do you want to do with your life? Look at you people. You got no direction. You're wandering aimlessly in the middle of a bless. You're a bunch of pigs. Capitalist pigs and no morals and no God, you animals. And here I am.
How did you officially declare yourself the marriage warrior?
20 years, Hammer.
Congratulations.
Listen, here's what a marriage warrior is. I tell people, when you get married, a lot of people get divorced, and I get it, but it really is. I am a strong believer in that foundation. That's the way we started as humans, as tribes, and your job is like if you watch an elephant herd, they all take care of each other. That is the way it moves. When you have a kid, your responsibility is to make sure that kid makes it to an adult and has all the right tools to move on. And marriage is a strong part of that.
I've always believed we should live in the way that the Native Americans did. When the guy messed up, he sat on the outside of the teepee. And if he really messed up, then she'd pack her bags and go form a new band of that nation. So it'd be like the Northeastern
like
band of the Crow Nation. It's like, yeah, dude, what did you do wrong? I don't know. I just know I'm not part of it anymore. I mean,
that's right. I'm out. I'm out. The whole tribe shunned me. I'm out. And then when you start coming, when people are like, anyway. So anyway, warrior means battle. You've been battles, and marriage is all great battles. My wife and I look at each other like, man, remember the battle in '98, 2002? Those were great battles. We almost ended it, but we didn't. And you move on. You find ways to keep this fort moving on. And,
so what do you think really kind of stirs up that first battle? Is it usually who had the remote control last? I'll give you. I read on stage text fights that I have with my wife. Really?
Yeah, I mean, just to give people hope. I'll give you a great one. 20 years of marriage, I've been everywhere. As a family, you would think I've done enough to keep it going for the next 5 centuries. All men that I spawn off are fine for the next 5 centuries for what I've pulled off already. However, that doesn't work in the real world. We've been to Africa. We've been to Australia. We've been to freaking Maui. You name it, we've been there. I make good money. I get a text. I'm about to walk on stage. And before I walk on every show, I text my wife to let her know I'm thinking of her. Because I want her to know. Whenever I think of her, I let her know. A lot of guys drop that ball. You don't have to send her flowers. Take a picture of a flower and text it. It makes their day. Like, oh my God, so I'm ready to go on stage, and I write, hey, I love you. Can't wait to see you tomorrow when the show's over. It was like 3 hours away, and she was driving down to see me with the kids. I love you. Talk to you soon. She writes back, I love you too. We're so blessed as a family. 4 seconds later, I hear that bang, and I look down and it says, okay, disregard my last message.
Oh, no.
Please, please, please stop taking my damn toothbrush. I said, this can't be serious. And then it goes into like a 5-minute text of, I've asked you 1,000,000 times, don't touch my toothbrush. You don't listen to my simple request. Enough is enough. That can lead to divorce. But a warrior will analyze it, do some marriage CSI work, and figure out what kind of enemy am I really fighting here? Is it a toothbrush? Is there a whole backstory that I don't know about? That's the difference between a warrior and a non-warrior. I'm going to give classes.
I can't imagine what you're seeing up there on stage because guys are bobbing their head like it's a rave concert and women are looking at their guys going, what the hell are you laughing at, dude?
You know what's really funny? When I do that on stage, actually the women start howling because they're exposed and they laugh and they come up afterwards going, oh my God, I thought my hormones were off. I do that all the time to him. And then the guys come like, I can't even. Now, you just saved our marriage. Saved our marriage.
As a radio guy, doesn't it feel pretty good that you've made that connection with women? Because program directors are constantly telling us, go where the women are, think like a woman, read the women's magazines. How were you able to get into that mindset as you were going through your radio?
Well, honestly, I grew up with all women. Everywhere. I have 3 girls. I'm married 20 years. All my cats are female. I'm the only male dominant thing anywhere around me. I'm the male dominant in the family. Sisters. I was always, and also had a lot of girl quote friends growing up. So I always had a deep mutual respect for women because of my sisters, because of how many nieces. I have a lot of nieces that are my age. So I grew up with them like they were sisters. So the guy mentality and the thought process towards women and blah, 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 I always get a little uptight, or because I could see him like, hey, man, you're talking about my niece. You're talking about my sister. You're talking about people I know. You're talking about people here. So I always understood that side and had a deep mutual respect for it because I grew up with so many of them.
Now, which one of your daughters picked up your wife's look of when the one that melts your heart? There's got to be one of your daughters that gives you that look. You go, oh God, oh you got me, oh you had me.
You know what? All three have a different look. 14-year-old definitely works it. The middle one, they all have it different. 14-year-old definitely works it through a look and a hug. Mm-hmm. When she gives like this hug. Well, now I figure it out. She's really just trying to get something. The middle one, she's got these big puppy. She's got my eyes, unfortunately. So she's got these big droopy, I look high all the time eyes. but on a girl, they're stunning.
Yep.
And she's got big blue eyes, and she just gives these puppy look. And then the little one, too. She's got these little puppy. They all have a different thing. But I'm starting to learn. Girls are manipulative.
If your first grandchild is a boy, then do you scream out, "Boy King! Finally, Boy King!"
I raise him up on the roof.
Hey, you've got a heavy metal Christmas song coming out. That's pretty cool for classic rock, because I went to the program director and I said, dude, how come you never play Christmas music? Arrow, you know how much crap is out there? No, really, this guy's got it. So how are you able to put a heavy metal Christmas song together?
Dude, this song, I'm making a record in January, and this is, people that have been following me for a long time know this is something I've been toying with for, 15 years at least, maybe 20. And when I first started doing stand-up, I always wanted to mix comedy with metal. Mm-hmm. And that's my real passion. So I got these new managers, these rock guys, they have like Slipknot and all these guys. And they said, do you think before we do the record, you can do a Christmas song? Oh, yeah, I can do a Christmas song. And they'd even ask what kind, and I said, it's got to be metal, and it can't be corny. I've listened to every metal band put out Christmas songs, and they take the route of, okay, we're going to metal up Jingle Bells, or we're gonna put a rock edge to Here Comes Santa Claus. Well, why not do it the way I want, which is reprimanding the kids?
Oh, man.
And this is Santa Ain't Coming to Town. And the lyrics are really just me. Think Megadeth. Think it's Megadeth with a awesome hook. And you ever hear Megadeth P. Cells where he's like, what do you mean I'm not kind? Just not your kind. He's not really singing. He's just kind of talking with an edge. That's what this is. I'm reprimanding each one of my kids. And I think I'm going to strike a chord in every parent that has kids waiting for Santa. And it's like, hey, listen, if you don't start doing this, that, and that, guess what? He ain't coming to town. And it's got this big 80s hook of Santa Ain't Coming to Town. I love it. I've listened to it 100 times already, and I still bang my head, and I'm excited about it. I think people are going to be into it.
Do you think that's your love for Metallica coming out in that?
It's my love for Metallica, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Dio, Ozzy. It's my love for that 80s metal. That's what it is.
And there was something about 80s metal, wasn't there?
You know what it is? And that's what I'm striving for with the whole record. The record is, I want to bring back really good 80s metal. And there's a band out there called Avenged Sevenfold that I'm starting to go, wow, these guys are onto something. Where it's good guitar licks, great hooks, and good melody singing. And the concerts were just jaw-dropping. Lasers or explosives. I want to bring that back. And my concept is, when I go see these bands, I can't bring my kids because it's, hey, how the F is everyone doing? And check out the Dirty Bird on the right of the stage and show me you're this. I want to be able to bring my kids To me, it's the mental wiggles for adults. So a year from now, we can stand in the audience. You can bang your head. You can go bonkers, but you can bring your kids because your kids are going to be into everything that's going on stage, and you don't have to worry about going, oh no, he's bringing out the freaking, here comes the S&Mers. Oh no.
See, that's interesting that you bring that up because, as many stories as we've heard about Gene Simmons, I have yet to be offended at a Kiss concert.
Yes, you're right. I've never gone to a Kiss concert and go, oh, I wish I didn't do that. Him, it's more theatrics. It's the blood and the fire. But I've been, even AC/DC, when they started up the Black Ice tour, I was really contemplating bringing my daughter, who was 11. Now, the show starts off with this microphone, and two girls are manhandling the microphone on this big screen in a way that guys definitely were like, oh, but you clearly see what's going on. And I'm so glad I didn't bring my 11-year-old daughter to this. I did not need her to see how to eat a banana right 101. You know what I mean? I went to go see Motley Crue, and I was, again, they like this band, Veil Brides, who the lead singer's amazing. And the band's really good. They're very Motley Crue. But when I went to Crue, they got the strippers, and they're stripping on. I'm like, I can't bring my kids to this.
Yeah.
I can't bring my kids to this. Not that it's against them. Nothing against them. That's their style. But I want to be able to go see these concerts, bring my kids, bang my head, and have a great freaking time in the music. And I think you'll get it to when you hear Santa Ain't Coming to Town, December 2nd, you'll get a glimpse of what this record's going to be like. And I'm pretty sure I'll get approval from guys like you going, all right, I think Breuer's onto it. He nailed it.
Now where can the iTunes?
iTunes and my website.
And
it'll definitely be on iTunes. iTunes launch is December 2nd. And I think I'm trying to get it on my Facebook page before anyone can get it, where you might not be able to download it, but at least you'll be able to listen to it.
Absolutely. Get some talk generated. You know how that social networking world is. I mean, it's like you're just trying to generate some talk.
Yeah, that's all.
So, what the hell are you going to do if this thing turns into a year after year after year little cartoon that every kid starts watching? Would that not be the most awesome thing?
It would be the greatest thing in the world, hands down, and that's what I'm shooting for. And if it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's all right. I'll try harder next year. But either way, I'll see you in, where am I coming?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, man.
Home of the Carolina Panthers who beat the Patriots.
That's right. So I'll see you in Charlotte very soon. Go to JimBreuer.com and check me out in Charlotte. Family-friendly show, man. Not soft, but I don't curse and all that jazz. So I think you'll have a good time. I hope you're there, brother.
I will definitely be there, sir. Thank you so much for your time today, Jim Breuer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Horns up, baby.